Hi, everyone. Welcome home to the Bugle Boy, and thanks for joining our third virtual webcast. It is very possible with streaming from 6 different homes that we could experience some technical difficulties. So if you see this, just bear with us, and we will do our best to promptly fix the issue. During the show, I want to encourage you to say hello in the chat room and let us know where you're tuning in from so we can give you a shout out at the break. We are streaming from 3 different platforms tonight. We do, however, recommend you watch from our website at thebugleboy.org/webcast, where both the video player and the chat room will work on your mobile devices. Facebook should be the same, but if you are viewing from the YouTube platform and want to chat, you must have or sign up for a Gmail email address. And finding the chat on a mobile device on YouTube may prove a little tricky. Now let's step inside and see what the staff is up to. I believe one of our founding board members and longtime volunteer, Pat, is here to greet us at the door. Hey, Pat.
Hey, Lane. Glad to see you again. So thrilled that we're going to have such a wonderful show tonight with Carrie, and really looking forward to it. And welcome everyone. You might want to take your seats now. I'm sorry I can't help you sit down, but the show is about to start. And with that, I'm going to turn you over to Joni for some info. So here's Joni.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're looking forward to a great show. Come say hi in the chat room. Let me know where you are and what your name is, and we'll give a shout out with the break. Let's check in with Heather.
Hi, everybody. It's good to see you, and I'll be monitoring the chat room on our website. And so during the break, after Joni's finished, I'll give shout outs as well. So I'd like to throw it to John.
Hey, everybody. I'm here pushing buttons and stuff in the background, but I'm really happy to be here, and I'm going to pass it to Lane.
All right, I'm back, and this time I remembered to come in from outside of the parking lot. Last week, I ran the whole show in the parking lot. So I'm glad to be in the hall tonight. It's so nice to have the Bugle Boy crew back. I hear all you guys laughing, which is a great start. We miss our volunteers and all our patrons. And though this isn't the same as an in-person show, we are so grateful for the technology and that you have joined us. So I think it's time to roll the show, everybody. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So tonight we host Carrie Rodriquez with her musical collaborator and husband, Luke Jacobs. This photo is from a previous live performance from their Bugle Boy stage. Tonight they come to us live from their very own living room. Hello, Carrie and Luke.
Hey.
Carrie's long distinguished musical career blossomed from childhood boredom. Don't get mad at me, Carrie. At 5, she had zero interest in scheduled nap time, and while walking the hall of her elementary school, heard her first violin being played by beginner students, and are we ever grateful for that? She has performed and worked with legendary artists such as Lucinda Williams, John Prine, Patty Griffin, among so many others. She's made numerous television and radio appearances, including Austin City Limits, The Tonight Show, Prairie Home Companion, and NPR's Tiny Desk Concerts. She has also been profiled in many publications, including Rolling Stone, The New York Times, The Times of London, The New Yorker, and The Washington Post. With an Americana attitude, she is a passionate performer, effortlessly melding her songwriting, blazing fiddle playing, and magnetic vocals into a fresh sonic blend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carrie Rodriquez and Luke Jacobs to the stage.
All right, y'all. Well, here we go. Let's start out with a song that was requested this week. This is called Absence. fall into the snow. Don't those winter winds whisper it's time to let go? Don't the last leaves on the maple look stronger when they're falling to the snow? Snow, sleet, wind, and rain, breath on a window pane. Absence is the hardest truth. Don't a murder of crows on a maple roost hungry at night. Don't loose flocks soar over the rooftops in sorrowful flight. Don't those winter crows gather together by the light of the moon? Don't a heart beat heavy alone in a dark and empty room? Snow, sleet, wind, and rain, breath on a window pane. Absence is the hardest truth. At the end of this long separation, my mind starts to clear. If I can't make it through on my own, then I better face my fear. Snow, sleet, wind, and rain, breath on a window pane. Absence is the hardest truth. Oh, absence tells the hardest truth. All right. Hope everyone's having a great night. I'm visualizing your faces out there.
At the Bugle Boy,
Yeah,
in a comfortable seat
that's right.
with a cup holder.
Okay. So, this next song is set in the part of Texas where one of my grandmothers grew up, the Llano Estacado. The Llano Estacado means the staked plains in Spanish, although we Texans like to say the Llano Estacado. Martha, she can sing the blues, oh. Left la vida en Salina Cruz, oh. She headed north with her family to the land of opportunity. And Martha, she can sing the blues, oh. On the Llano Estacado out west toward the plain, in a pueblo olvidado where no one knows her name. brother, he don't seem to mind. He can't recall life they left behind. And Marta, she can't settle in a home on the Llano Estacado out west toward the plain, in a pueblo olvidado where no one knows her La migra came to town today. Oh, they closed the plant and took her dad away. Oh, oh, Marta and little brother hid, and mama cried like a little kid. La migra came to town today. Oh, on the Llano Estacado out west toward the plain, in a pueblo olvidado where no one knows her name. On the Llano Estacado, it's the furthest place to hide, just outside of nowhere, where all they got is time. It's funny. We actually do have crickets.
In the house?
No, but I hear instead of
Oh.
applause, I heard crickets. Literally. That's good. I'm going to pretend the crickets are clapping for us. Oh, yeah, let's see. I'm going to tune this guitar. Okay, so one of my grandmothers grew up in a town called Memphis, Texas, which was out there on the Llano Estacado, where the plains meet the mesas up there toward the Panhandle. And my other grandmother grew up in San Antonio, Texas. I'm going to tune my guitar real quick. And her sister was an incredible singer and actress named Eva Garza. So when I was growing up, my grandmother always talked about her sister Eva, my great aunt. And, you know, I knew I should hear her music, but for whatever reason, I guess because when I was young, a lot of it was just only on vinyl, I hadn't really heard her. So she was just very legendary in my family. And one day in my early 20s, I was living in New York City at the time, my grandmother sent me a stack of CDs. She had digitized Eva's music. And she said, "Here, Carrie, you need to listen to this." And I remember sitting down, I put on that first CD, and I heard my great aunt's voice. And I literally just had to sit down on the couch and cry. It was so moving. And I was so blown away that that this is my family, and this is part of where I come from, and it's just such an amazing legacy. So Eva was in lots of Mexican films and made so many beautiful recordings with all different kinds of musical groups, from, you know, like really beautiful Cuban sounding boleros to big mariachi songs, ranchera music. And she's been a huge inspiration to me, especially with my last record, Lola. And she's also kind of been the reason why I started singing in Spanish, was because I was inspired by her. So this next song is my kind of my daydream of what it would have been like to be around during my great aunt's heyday, and maybe to be inside one of those beautiful supper clubs where she might have performed, where everyone is, you know, wearing satin and the men are wearing Well, Luke's doing really well tonight, I have to say. But the men might be wearing tuxedos. But you, honey, for a home living room show, you get a 10. I need to tune up real quick. Blanco y negro in a worn out picture frame, y en el otro lado the date is written by your name monochrome. But I know those lips were red, ribbon microphone, early 40s CBS, film and flash and lens and light and such. Give me a photograph that I can touch. I dreamed I was Lola Beltran and you were Javier Solis, and we were bailando while you sang to me, while you sang to me. Round and round, strings are in and out of tune, real-time sound that was captured in the room. Pop and hiss the needle in the groove. So much I miss the record is the proof. I dreamed I was Lola Beltran and you were Javier Solis, and we were bailando while you sang to me, while you sang to me. Beautiful, beautiful, Luke. That's Luke on this amazing lap steel guitar. Singing Cowboy?
Singing Cowboy.
The Singing Cowboy, it's called. All right. So I wrote that song with a dear friend, Susan Gibson, who I know has played at the Bugle Boy many times, and we also wrote this next song together. This is a very autobiographical tune. I do love showing up at a gig when there's a marquee. It feels good, you know. You pull up and there's the big block letters outside. Friday night, Saturday night, welcoming Carrie Rodriquez. Not that that has ever happened at the Bugle Boy. But, you know, these things happen, and you have to get over it, and songwriting certainly helps. This song is called Z. Chiquitita, I played a mean fiddle. Been breaking it down ever since I was little. Opera, pearlman, honky-tonk violin. Mama took me out so I could take it all in. Abuelita told me never meet 'em in the middle. It's better when you're older if you don't learn to settle. Doors are gonna open if you want them to. But you might have to knock them down. Not everybody's gonna spell your name right, honey. Might get it wrong on the Grand Marquis, but you can just sing 'em the song. Mija mia, tell country music where to put the Z. Second string spectator fiddle in my hand, don't ask me what I play. I play for DJs, presidents, single moms, immigrants. Dodged a few bullets along the way. Solo, duet, quartet, quinceañera. Merle meets Chinte with a little mascara. 14,000 miles in a month and a half. Oh, setting the road on fire. Not everybody's gonna spell your name right, honey. Might get it wrong on the Grand Marquis, but you can just sing 'em the song. Mija mia, tell country music where to put the Z. Yeah. Not everybody's gonna spell your name right, honey. Might get it wrong on the sing 'em the song. Mija mia, tell country music where to put the Z. Yeah. Nice, Luke.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I would love to ask you all how you're doing. I am asking you how you're doing. I know you can't say anything back right now. You can chat it back. Anyway, I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be sharing music with you tonight. It feels wonderful. And let's see.
Even if we can't see you.
Yeah.
We watched Raul Malo and the Mavericks play Austin City Limits. The edited taping's coming out, but they streamed it live from YouTube. And he would get done with a big song with a 10-person band and be like, "Thank you, everybody," because it's just natural to want to do that.
Yeah, and there's no one in the room.
There was no. Poor guy. He sounded amazing. Make sure you catch that one when it comes out.
Yeah, we both cried like babies. It was so beautiful.
He sings the best Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain you'll ever hear in your life. And I know that's hard because since we're all Texan and Willie fans, but
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think all that to say that even in the state and with all the technology and live streaming, I think there's still a way to connect with people.
Yeah, I was crying when I heard him sing. So.
Yeah. All right, so this next one is called La Última Vez. Wrote this with Gina Chavez. That means the last time. You don't like the way I say your name. Well, I wish I had mine back. And you say I'm the only one to blame, but I know better than that. You don't like it when I make that sound. Well, I can't get yours out of my head. It drives you crazy when I look around. How about you start looking my way instead? Que tonta eres, tú me dices that's not for better, only worse. Que tonta eres, tú me dices I fall into pieces por la última vez. You don't like the way I sing my songs. Well, I don't sing them only for you. And you can't stand it when I prove you wrong, honey. I'm just trying to speak the truth. Que tonta eres, tú me dices that's not for better, only worse. Que tonta eres, tú me dices I fall into pieces por la última vez. Mama, she taught me how to be a strong lady, stand up for what I believe. The put downs you gave me linger on in my memory, so it's time to set you free. Que tonta eres, tú me dices that's not for better, only worse. Que tonta eres, tú me dices I've fallen to pieces por la última vez. La última vez, por la última vez, por la última vez, última vez. All right. And I just remembered that I first got to play on stage with Gina Chavez at the Bugle Boy. We had just gotten done with Songwriter Serenade down the road, and she was the winner of the songwriting contest, and we all went down to the Bugle Boy for a concert, and that's the first time I got to see her and Mike play, and man, they were so good. We had so much fun, and that led to us writing a song together, and it's really led to a great friendship. We just recently got to write music together for Brene Brown's podcast. We got to write the little theme song ditties. So if you want to check that out, it's a wonderful, wonderful podcast. It's called Unlocking Us, and we even got to do a little podcast interview with Brene, so you can go to Brene Brown's website and look us up. We're on there. So yeah, everything converges at the Bugle Boy. All right. I've been feeling this song lately.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, I know. I'll try to go easy on it. It's called I Don't Want to Play House Anymore. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 2. You break it, you bend it. I'm too tired to mend it. I don't wanna play house anymore. Mid-July feels like winter, and the ice is getting thinner. I don't wanna play house anymore. Back in the day, we had something to say, and then silence just walked through our door. Well, he sits in that chair. It's as though I ain't here. I don't wanna play house anymore. Better for worse, the things you say in that church, and then your ship starts to sail from that shore. Well, you have it, you love it, now it's your time to shove it. I don't wanna play house anymore. No, I don't wanna play house anymore. All right. I didn't really mean it, honey. I just had to get it out of my system. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So y'all, I think we're gonna play one more song and then take a quick break. I think I'll close this first set with a little fiddle tune. I think I'll just do a little fiddle medley.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do start out with a Texas waltz. It's called Midnight on the Water. We'll see where it goes after that.
Oh my God. Thank you, Carrie and Luke. What a wonderful first set. Just amazing. You know what, Carrie, and it was just awesome to see those pictures of your Aunt Eva. I know a few people came in late. Can we just pop those up real quick, John? She's just so beautiful. Just want to, those are her albums, her vinyls, and
look at that.
I know.
Yes.
Just gorgeous. I was so thrilled when you sent those to me that we could put those up. Excellent. So while Carrie and Luke take a short break, I want to take this time again to thank you all for tuning in. And though this show is free to view, if you have the means, we would like to encourage you to support this broadcast. We named our live streams We Can Do It series because even though the venue is closed during COVID, we can watch and hear music. We can connect with one another. We can support our artist, and we can support the Bugle Boy. We can do all of this with your help. So if you can, support tonight's show with either texting the word Bugle to the number 24365, or I believe Joni's pasted some donate links in the chat room. And if you're on our website, there's just a donate button very conveniently above the video player. If you're watching from the Bugle Boys website, I hope it all is going better than last time. We had chatting going on last time, and it went down on us for a little bit last weekend, but I think it's all working now. So before we hand it off to Joni and Heather, then they're going to let us know who's in the chat room tonight. I want to quickly check back in with Pat and make sure all is going well over at the front door.
It went great, Lane. It was an absolutely gorgeous show. That last song, however, I did catch a couple of people dancing in the aisle, but I didn't have a chance. I just didn't have the heart to tell them to sit down. It was too wonderful. Anyway, let's find out what's going on in the chat. Joni, what's happening?
Hey guys, we've got David and Cheryl in Lexington. We've got Selena and Katie in Austin. Selena was one of our volunteers a few years ago when she still lived in LaGrange. We've got Sean in South Austin. We've got Pat and Joanne and Katie. Hey guys. We've got Keith. We've got Brian in Springfield. And we've got Kirk in Platonia. Let's check in with Heather and see who she's chatting with tonight.
Hi, everybody. It's a fabulous show, and I've been sharing it with Dave in Austin, Sue Tan in Las Vegas, who first saw Carrie in 2007 in Northern California. Of course, we've got JoJo Lemon, our volunteer Joanna, who's normally at all of our most of our shows, J and R from Utley, the Henry family in South Austin, Willie from Bucksport, Maine. Hey, Willie. Rick and Enid in Bastrop, and Leslie. So that's who I've got. I'm going to throw.
All right. Thank you. And thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. And we'll be able to, if you're joining us late, we'll be mentioning you at the end of tonight that you've joined us. I want to bring back Carrie and Luke. Come on back in. There they are. Carrie, before we get this second set rolling, she's got her headset on now. Carrie, before we get this second set rolling, I want to talk to you about the musical Americano, where as an artist, you had to tap deep into your creative songwriting well and compose 20 songs for this revolutionary new musical, and also performing 9 of the 20 songs in the play. The Americana musical ended its 27-show debut at the Phoenix Theater Company this last February with 10 consecutive sellout performances, and your groundbreaking work is now featured in a concept album, which I might add can be purchased online at americanothemusical.com. Just to give our audience a little insight into this musical, I have a short 30-second clip I'd like to play and then come back and ask you a few questions about your experience.
We've done a lot of edits, we've done a lot of simplification that have gotten more to like what the story is. And for me, the important part was authenticity.
Identify where songs would land within the show.
I've never written music for a musical before. I'm a folk singer-songwriter. I play the fiddle. I mean, I don't seem like a likely candidate.
And I'll never forget listening to her first cut at all the songs. And I called up Michael, and I said, am I missing something? Or is this unfrickin' believable? We paved the way. It's distinct. It's different. It's poetry.
The songs I've been writing in the last couple of years really speak to that experience. Just finding my way as a Mexican-American who likes country music, who plays the fiddle.
Excellent. Carrie, can you give us a little background on the musical, how you got involved, and what the experience was like for you? Also, is this play headed to Broadway, or will folks be able to enjoy it in some other format in the future?
Sure, Lane. Well, to start with, yeah, as I said in that clip, I have no experience with musical theater. So about 3 or maybe almost 4 years ago now, I got a random phone call by the producer and the book writers of this musical asking if I would be willing to write songs for their original musical. And they told me that the story was based on a true story of a DACA recipient, a young man who's a dreamer, and he grew up in Phoenix. His parents brought him from Mexico when he was 2 years old, and he had siblings that grew up with him in Phoenix that were born there. So out of all of his siblings, he was actually the only person who was not documented. Now, his parents didn't tell him, so he grew up thinking he was an American citizen like his brothers and sisters, and his whole dream as a young person was to become a Marine. He was a very patriotic young man and wanted to serve his country. So on his 18th birthday, he goes down to the Marine recruiter and starts realizing that it's odd he doesn't have a social security number, goes home, confronts his parents, and is completely devastated to find out that he is not a U.S. citizen and he can't join the Marines. So that's the end of Act 1. Act 2 is all about what he does from there and how he finds ways to serve his country without being a Marine. But he really made such an impact on his community in Phoenix. He started his own basically political canvassing organization. They just go out into neighborhoods and get people to register to vote, primarily Latino neighborhoods. And he's made so much progress where he lives. And when I heard the story, I thought, this is an opportunity I can't pass. Even though I know nothing about musical theater, I'm sure I'm not qualified, but I just wanted to have a hand in telling this inspiring story about a young American and really kind of diving into what it means to be an American. And so it was a challenging process. Took me about 2 to 3 years to write, and I probably wrote 30 plus songs, but we narrowed it down to maybe 20, 22. I was not in the musical, just to clarify. I was just the songwriter. But I did make an album of 9 of the songs where I'm singing on most of them. And yeah, it's just been a total trip. It was really beautiful to be in the theater for opening night and for a lot of the performances and realize that this musical was unifying people. It's crazy because it's such a divisive time, right? But I think everyone could see that this young man was just such a hardworking, inspiring person, and everyone could relate to him, no matter what political background they came from. So it's been a really positive experience. At this point, we were supposed to start workshopping in New York this spring with hopes of opening off-Broadway this coming fall, like right now. Of course, that didn't happen because we couldn't travel to New York and do that. And we do, though, have a deal where we're going to tentatively present this in New York with a great nonprofit organization, I think in the fall of 2021. That's on the calendar. And that would be the first step. We have, I can't remember how long that run is, but the hopes are it goes well. And then the next step is to try to get
off Broadway and possibly Broadway. That is the goal.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like you and everybody working on this project might just achieve that goal.
Oh, thank you, Lane. I'm going to take that positivity. I'm going to
Absolutely
believe it.
Well, you guys are going to play your second set. So, what do you think?
Yeah, maybe we should let's start with a song from the musical and see if I remember the words.
Perfect. Thank you, Carrie. You guys welcome Carrie and Luke back to the stage.
I didn't know I was a dreamer, although the sound of it rings true. I'm calling out to my Redeemer. Nothing is what I thought I knew. A family built on living lies. I was too blind to realize that I have always been a dreamer, without a land to call my own. A crooked line, a jagged border. One step inside and you are free. The other way is out of order. Now it's impossible to be a man who stands up for what's right, the brave Marine who joins the fight. But then I've always been a dreamer, without a land to call my own. But this is my home, my heart, my soul. Who's to say this great country I vow to defend is no longer my own? And I'm not alone, my roots are sown. All I've ever known is I'm an American, this is my home. I can't believe they would deceive me. I trusted Mom with all my heart. Papa let me grow up believing that we belonged here from the start. How could they leave out this detail and make my life a living hell? I can't believe they would deceive me. Now I've no land to call my own. I've always known I was a fighter, and now they put me to the test. In my heart there is a fire to carry on despite the rest of those who say I cannot pass. You've got no papers, got no chance. But then I've always been a fighter for a land that's not my own. But this is my home, my heart, my soul. Who's to say this great country I vow to defend is no longer my own? And I'm not alone, my roots are sown. Who's to say this great country I vow to defend is no longer my own? And I'm not alone, my roots are sown. All I've ever known is I'm an American, this is my own.
All right, thank you. Oh, okay. Intensity. All right, so we're gonna kind of switch gears and take you from Arizona to the deserts of Arizona to the lovely green, lush lake regions of Minnesota.
We had to forego our annual Minnesota trip this year. We're missing all of our Minnesota friends.
Dearly.
We love you guys. We'll be back.
All right. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. Won't you walk me around Lake Harriet and hold my hand? Whisper those sweet nothings like no other man can. And when the sun goes down on Minneapolis, I see the master plan. Won't you walk me around Lake Harriet and hold my hand? I'm moving too fast, think I never can stop. I've been running from the past, trying to beat it to the top. The miles add up, I hate to see another town. I try to look up, but all I feel is down. Baby, you're the only one who makes me come undone. Won't you walk me around Lake Harriet and hold my hand? Whisper those sweet nothings like no other man can. And when the sun goes down on Minneapolis, I see the master plan. Won't you walk me around Lake Harriet and hold my hand? Gravity pulls too much, I buckle underneath the weight. Memory of your touch recalls a higher state where the sea is calm. I know right from wrong, and there's love in every minute. I'm loving every minute. Baby, the only one who makes me come undone. Won't you walk me around Lake Harriet and hold my hand? Whisper those sweet nothings like no other man can. And when the sun goes down on Minneapolis, I see the master plan. Won't you walk me around Lake Harriet and hold my hand? Won't you walk me around Lake Harriet and hold my hand?
All right.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but Luke comes from Minnesota, northern Minnesota, all the way to Austin, Texas.
Long time on Highway 35.
It is.
Hey, we're going to play a song of mine called Church Bells. I made a record that is not on Spotify. It is not on a website.
Oh, wow. Not even on a website?
Oh, it's on Carrie's website. If you'd like to
Good.
purchase Velvet After Feel, you can do so at Carrie's website. That's www.carrierodriquez.com. All right. Well, this one I wrote about our dear Italian friends, Elena and Andrea, and their son Woody. And we'll just play it for you. It's kind of taken on some new meaning in modern times. Every morning at 8:30, church bells ring, they're never late, we just cover our heads and we stay in bed. When those church bells ring, we don't do a thing, my baby and me. She's a woman, a lover so true, handing me a list of things I should do. It's an honest life. We're the honest type. And when those church bells ring, it's an honest thing for my baby and me. Kind of mercy hidden deep in her heart. Even if I'm just playing the part, she can call me out, and without doubt, when those church bells ring, it's a mercy thing for my baby and me. And if that feeling's hard to find, if it all falls down and you think you might lose your mind, if that feeling can't be found, well, honey, hold on tight. We'll wait here for the sound. Church bells ringing, ringing. Ooh, they're never late.
That's beautiful. It's a song written by my friend Dirk Powell about a big flood. I went out on a lake one night. The moon and stars were shining bright. A storm come up and the trees come down. I tell you, boys, I was water bound. I went out on the lake one night. Moon and stars were shining bright. Storm come up and the trees come down. Tell you boys, I was waterbound. Waterbound on a stranger's shore. The river rising to my door carried my home to the field below. Waterbound, nowhere to go. Carved my name on an old barbed wire. No one knew I was there at all. Stables dry on a winter night. Turn your head, you can see the light. rusty door and a falling star. Ain't got a dime in my nation sad, waterbound and I can't get back. I'm gone and I won't be back. If you don't believe me, count my tracks. The river's long and the river's wide. Meet your boys on the other side. So say my name and don't forget, the water still ain't got me yet. Nothing but I'm bound to roll. I'm waterbound and I can't get home. Well, crazy times, huh, y'all? I felt like putting this song in the set. This is the title track of my very first record. It's called 7 Angels on a Bicycle. Written for my best friend growing up, a boy named Andy Morgan. We started running around together when we were 2 years old and never stopped. Andy had curly red hair and was wild, although I tried to boss him around, and I did for a while until he got too big. And Andy loved adventure and he loved people. So as he got older, he would just go off on these crazy backpacking adventures all over Patagonia, Chile, all over Nepal, Europe. He would just go with a backpack and sometimes a guitar and talk to people, take beautiful photographs. He was a great cook. He was my roommate for a while in New York City. And he tragically lost his life just before his 25th birthday. He was killed riding his bicycle down the street in Manhattan. This song really helped me process that at the time, and now when I play it, it makes me feel close to him, which is important. Go get what you want, my love. Go get what you need, my love. I am with you. I am with you. Go get what you want, my love. Go get what you need, my love. I am with you. I am with you. This will not turn me away. This will not turn me away. I am with you. am with you. Go get what you want, my love. Go get what you need, my love. I am with you. I am with you. Brooklyn Bridge on a bicycle. Brooklyn Bridge on a bicycle. Don't he look good? Don't he look good? Follow him right to town. Follow him right to town. Don't this feel good? Don't he look good? Taking pictures on the subway, enchiladas on a Sunday. Let's get drunk and we'll all play your fancy guitars. Don't this feel good? Don't he look good? 7 angels on a bicycle. 7 angels on a bicycle. I am with you. I am with you. 7 angels on a bicycle. 7 angels on a bicycle. I am with you. I am with you. Go get what you want, my love. Go get what you need, my love. I am with you. I am with you. Go get what you want, my love. Go get what you need, my love. I am with lovely, Luke. Big
Little
class.
rusty.
No, beautiful. I think Andy was listening. Oh. Well, y'all, we're kind of coming to the end of our set list here. We've got one more song on the list. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Also, huge thanks to the Bugle Boy and their amazing crew. We love y'all dearly, and we can't wait to come back and play in that beautiful room. It sounds so good, and the chairs are so comfortable, and they really do have cup holders, which is such an added bonus. So we're going to close with a song that my mother requested. She's not watching now. She's going to watch later because she is taking care of our precious son, Cruz. Thank you, Mama and Jake. And tonight happens to be their anniversary. Now, the fact that she requested this song has nothing to do with their relationship. She just loves the song. This is a song that I'm going to sing in Spanish called La Puñalada Trapera. That means the treacherous backstab. So you can pretty much get the translation. Love you, Mama and Jake. I'll give you the first few lines while Luke's tuning. So, estoy muriendo y tú como sin nada. I'm dying and you are like whatever. That's how it starts. And then it gets worse.
So happy anniversary, Katie and Jim.
Happy anniversary.
Here's to many more years together. Living the Austin hippie dream.
They are.
In a dome house.
Estoy muriendo y tú como si nada, como si al verme te alegrarás de mi suerte. Qué mal te hice que no supiste perdonarme. Qué mal te hice que me pagas traicionera, la puñalada que me diste fue trapera y esa se salva el que no tiene corazón. Ay, qué mala forma de pegarle a un corazón. Ay, qué mala forma de pegarle a un corazón. Oh, y'all. So much fun. We're so happy to be with y'all tonight. Aw. All right, so I guess that means we get an encore. We're going to take that as an encore. Thanks again, Bugle Boy, and all of your fantastic peeps. We love y'all. Look forward to seeing you out there in the real world as soon as we can. Lots of love. We're going to close out with I Cry for Love. Okay, see you soon. I bend, I don't break. If I won't, I just take. If I cut, I bleed. If I bleed, I don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry. I cry for love. I cry for love. If I fall, I get up. Am I tough enough? Well, I bend, I don't break. If I won't, I just take. If I cut, I bleed. If I bleed, I don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. I cry for love. I cry for love. But 1, 2, want some of this, want some of that, some of what, where it's at. If I fall, I get up. Am I tough enough? Well, I bend, I don't break. If I won't, I just take. If I cut, I bleed. If I bleed, I don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. I cry for love. I cry for love. I cry for love.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you again, Carrie and Luke. What a great show. And you know, all that audience, that's what people are doing in their homes all over listening to you guys tonight. And their neighbors are probably calling the police now. They're making too much noise over there. What a wonderful show. The music, the stories. It was amazing. And, you know, I wanted to share this end of night photo with you from one of your last Bugle Boy performances. Look how sweet they are. Aw.
Yeah.
And then also, I want you to check out this really cool poster Carrie signed and gave to us. Her Hands Off My Warhol. Carrie, tell us about these posters, and I think you might still have some, and people can get them at carrierodriquez.com.
Yeah. Well, actually, I should let Luke tell you about him because he's the one who designed them with a local friend here in Austin.
Yeah, I've got a dear friend here named David Lujan, who is an amazing. He's actually a Renaissance man. He can do everything, but he does screen printing in his bathroom and / living room. It's like a two-step process. And we get along real well, and I took the photograph and manipulated it, and he printed the whole poster. So, thank you, David.
It is very cool, and they're numbered. They're numbered and signed. So you still have some left for sale?
We just have like a handful. We never got to push these hard because we're not touring on the road. So there's maybe 10 or 15 left. Yeah.
Wow. You heard it, everybody. You better get online tonight and grab them up. So I know, Carrie, you mentioned like your mom wouldn't be able to see the show till later, but she can watch it later. John will, it'll probably still be on Facebook, I guess, and YouTube, but John will also be posting it on our website under our Encore webcast page. And you can get to it just from the very front page of the Bugle Boy, thebugleboy.org, and watch it again. You can watch some of our other past shows. And if you donate or let your friends know, and they can watch it too, and people can still donate. And we can get you guys the money if they do watch that later. We often do at the end of the night a group photo of the staff. And it looks like we just lost Joni, but she might pop back in. But and I know Joanna's out there. And can you, Joanna, if I count to 3 and we all smile, will you get a screenshot for us and email it to us? I know. Okay, you guys ready?
All right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Excellent. I think we got it. So let's see. Before I turn it over to maybe Joni and Heather, Joni's back there. They're going to let us know who else joined us in the chat room. But I want to bring Pat in one more time because, you know, folks, she's a founding board member of the Bugle Boy Foundation, and she's been volunteering for over 15 years. I think she showed up the first day we opened. This week, she bought a new computer just so she could be with us because her old one the video wasn't keeping up with the audio. So thanks for doing that this week, Pat. And how are you doing?
I couldn't be better. It was a beautiful show, guys. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Pat.
Yes,
It's great
it
to
really
see you.
was. So the audience is gone, aren't they?
No, we're still live.
They're still on. All right. Hi, guys. Didn't know y'all were still here.
In
Love
that
you
case,
too. I should have been seeing you walking out the door. I'm sorry. I guess I was not paying attention.
We've still got them sequestered on their couches.
So y'all go straight home, no fooling around. And then y'all come back, you hear?
Yeah. Hey, Joni, why don't you let us know who else joined the Facebook and YouTube chat, and then we'll throw it over to Heather, and she can let us know who was on our webpage.
Okay. We've got Tom McDaniel from Songwriter Serenade.
Oh.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
We've got Becky. We've got Diana. We have Michael. We have Brian. We have Kent. We have Toby and Linda. We have Harold Huff. We have Jane. And we have Paige Willis. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you
Excellent.
next week.
Yeah.
Here's Heather.
Hi, and I just learned that the Leslie that I mentioned before is actually Aunt Leslie.
Oh yeah.
We have Shirley. We have David in Cuchara, Colorado, who's actually our president emeritus and founding president, I think, on the board. And
Yes.
Jean and Joe, Joanna's parents, tuned in late, but that's okay. They're going to catch the whole show on the Encore series. So that's who I was chatting with.
Excellent. I know we got lots of donations in. Carrie and Luke, thank you so much. It was an honor to host you. And when we close tonight, I failed to mention to you guys, just stay with us because we'll be able to debrief in the green room and say goodnight to you guys. So hang on with us. Yes?
I forgot to mention, well.
Oh, we did, Joni. You were gone.
Oh, well, okay. And I also wanted to mention that we invite everybody to join us next week when we feature Wendy Colonna and Susanna Schofel, October 3rd.
All right. Well, everyone, it has been a pleasure being with you all again tonight and inviting us into your homes. I hope you feel uplifted and are leaving or going to bed with a little extra joy in your heart tonight. Yeah. If you haven't already and you have the means, please consider making a contribution in support of tonight's show. Good night, everybody. We love you, and come back next weekend for Wendy and Susanna. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Night.